COVID-19 has affected over 400 million people and has killed just under 6 million people. It has also affected the world's economy. This is truly a world-changing pandemic. The picture on the left is a 3D model of what scientists see while viewing this under a microscope. This image's features has been made more distinct for people to better understand. The picture on the right is a common COVID testing station. There's thousands of these around the world to see if you're positive or negative for COVID-19. The most common way for testing is this cotton swath to stick up your nose. You turn around 5 times, do the same thing in the right nostril, and then you test those results to see if you're positive for COVID. The main points of this are the main 3 questions. How did COVID start? What is COVID? And how did COVID affect America? First question is, how did COVID start? The COVID has unknown origins. What is known as the first cases were in Wuhan, China. There are many suspicious cases of a virus that were made known around Wuhan. Eventually, this kept spreading and spreading and spreading until they were forced to put the whole city in a lockdown. Many doctors warned the government about this, but they were silenced for unknown reasons. This virus is spread throughout China, throughout Asia, and eventually the rest of the world. Because it started at Wuhan, China. Some possibilities of why it started is, one of them is being bats. There was a wet market that was very common in Wuhan, China. This consisted of illegal animals being traded, such as bats, which could have caused the COVID virus. Another possibility is it was a lab leak. There's a popular lab in China that worked on viruses, the vaccines, and it could have been leaked and a virus could have been created. It is a possibility. Another possibility is it could have been created by the government or through the lab. Nobody knows. What is COVID? COVID is known as SARS-CoV-2. It is also known as coronavirus. Some symptoms of COVID: common symptoms being a fever, dry cough, or being tired. Some less common are aches and pains, sore throat, diarrhea, some rashes on skins. And then uncommon but very serious are difficulty breathing, shortness of breath, chest pain, and pressure or loss of speech. Those I'd consider going to the hospital to get checked out. There's also very many variants of COVID. These make this virus less viral or more viral, and vaccines can work less or more effectively on different variants. So who does this affect? This chart up here shows the age distribution of US COVID-19 cases, as the lowest being ages 0 to 19 as in 5%, and then the highest being ages 20 to 44 in 29%. Shows that lower cases are in lower ages. How did COVID affect America? Some small businesses were affected by many people not wanting to go outside and affect other people or get affected themselves. This caused over 14,000 small businesses to close because of COVID. Some industries suffered more than others, with the largest decline in restaurants and taxi and limousine services. Jobs were affected as well. People not being paid, people not wanting to be next to each other to get the virus, and jobs were affected because of this. I'm very lucky. My parents were both kept their jobs during COVID and kept a source of income. Brian Moynihan says, the number one thing is to focus on is employees and customers. When it comes to taking care of employees, the goal should be keep them well, keep them employed, and keep them mentally healthy. Here's a review of the main points. How did COVID start? What is COVID? And how did COVID affect America? Thank you for listening.